October 2025 was a decent movie month for me. I didn't watch as many Halloween movies as I expected, but I discovered a couple new favorites. So I started off this month with What's Up, Doc? Dare I say, my new favorite movie. I have to change my Letterboxd top 4 because this movie was made for me. It's a Peter Bogdanovich film inspired by screwball comedies, specifically Bringing Up Baby. The film is super fun to watch. We get to see Barbara Streisand play a strange romantic pixie dream girl, and Brian O'Neill plays a neurotic and high-strung researcher. The movie is chaotic and at times illogical, but I think that's what made it so engaging. What's Up, Doc? Has everything: comedy, romance, action, and fire fashion moments from Barbara. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to jump through the screen and steal her outfits. I rate What's Up, Doc? A 7 out of 5. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Starling Girl is actually a great movie that deserves more attention. I think it was overlooked the year that it was released, but it's a coming-of-age story about a 17-year-old girl in a Christian fundamentalist community who gets into a relationship with her youth pastor.
What?
I was really impressed by the performances in this by the leads. The filmmaking made the story feel very immersive and real. I rated a 4 out of 5. I'm very conflicted about Anora. It had so much potential, but it fails to center Anora in her own story. 2 out of 5. Maxton is actually better than I expected. It's a basic, predictable show, but it's fun to watch. Also, just want to say, I knew that teacher was up to no good as soon as I saw him, because why else would he be that fine? I knew he was going to be involved in some teacher-student romance bullshit.
That little girl is a child. I don't want to see you sniffing around her.
Anyways, I don't have much to say about this. It's a cheesy teen romance, but I thought it was decent. I give Maxton a 3 out of 5. TikTok made me watch Providence Falls. I saw edits of a man with a thick Irish accent and ran to watch this. It's 3 episodes that are 80 minutes each, which is ridiculous. I think the 80-minute format messed with the story arc because there are so many unnecessary side plots and information was repeated a lot. The concept is interesting, but the execution fell flat. I rate Providence Falls a 2 out of 5. They had that white lady messed up. 4 out of 5. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark was essentially a very dynamic live-action cartoon. It reminded me of Tu Wong Fu with the traditional town, but I don't think it lands its point as well as Tu Wong Fu does. I love how there is so much going on and almost none of it made sense. 4 out of 5. Fight or Flight was another ridiculous but truly entertaining movie. It features a great performance from Josh Hartnett, whose career trajectory is really interesting to me. He's gone from playing the quintessential cool guy in films like The Faculty, The Virgin Suicides, and Pearl Harbor, to playing burnt-out men who are internally conflicted and trapped in Oh Lucy. The plot is convoluted and the logistics of it all aren't completely clear, but I still had a good time. 2.5 out of 5. For the first 30 minutes of Keith, I was convinced it was going to become a horror film and something terrible would happen to Natalie. And it was kind of a horror film, but instead of blood and guts, I saw a girl with so much potential fall in love with a boy who played too damn much. 3 out of 5. Waitress is a gem. It's a beautiful story that I believe many women can relate to. The writing by Adrienne Shelley is poignant. Goodness, I wrote a word that I don't even know how to pronounce. The writing by Adrienne Shelley is poignant and full of humor. It reminds me a lot of Nora Ephron and Nancy Meyers, but with a grounded and dark undercurrent. 5 out of 5. Jennifer Lopez is such an amazing lead in rom-coms. I loved her chemistry with Matthew McConaughey, and I have no idea why she was playing an Italian, but I'm just gonna brush right over that. The film is very reminiscent of old Hollywood rom-coms. 3 out of 5. To this day, I'm not sure if Renee Zellweger is American or British, and I'm not sure if I want to know. She's amazing in this. I love anything Pride and Prejudice adjacent, so I was eating this up. 4 out of 5. Sleepover is a lazy carbon copy of 16 Candles and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The reheated nachos are not only stale, they're moldy. I only watched this because TikTok has been filling my FYP with Sean Ferris, so I wanted to check out what the hype was about.
Okay, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
1 out of 5. I can't believe it took me this long to watch The Karate Kid, but it was great. Ralph Macchio was a great lead, and he gives such an earnest performance. My favorite part of the film was the dialogue. It's so fast, witty, and adds a lot of color to the story. 4 out of 5. Denzel Washington, Timothée Chalamet, Beyonce. I expect him to become a cult classic in the future because I can't fully understand why so many people dislike this movie. Him gives an underrated comic actor a chance to display his dramatic chops and a newcomer a chance to prove that he's a great leading man. 4 out of 5. I expected to like Waitress the musical more than I did. I enjoy musicals, but when I was watching this, I was getting annoyed with the music.
Turn it off!
The only song I appreciated was When He Sees Me, and that wasn't even sung by the main character. Maybe I would have enjoyed it more with a different cast. 3 out of 5. Now, love story is what I consider to be disjointed. The film felt like a pretentious soap opera, and I couldn't connect with the characters. Jenny's character in particular felt flat and one note. The score also threw me off. It's so dark and eerie at some points, and then corny at others. 1 out of 5. So my top 3 for October are What's Up Doc, Waitress, and Him. What were your top 3 movies of October?